Welcome to the WPBS studios. I'm Jolene DeRosier. We are here today with Dave Polina, who is a recovery peer advocate with Farnham Family Services in Oswego County, and we're here to talk about the overdose epidemic, specifically what the role of a peer advocate does. But first and foremost, thank you so much for joining us. We really do appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Sure thing. So we are here to educate the public on the overdose epidemic, and there's so many pockets of information that we need to fill. And the first thing that I would like to do today is to talk to people about exactly what a peer advocate is, because when it comes to recovery with any form of addiction, we need guidance, and essentially you provide that guidance.
Yeah, that's right. So what our role is embedded in the treatment facility. We have 9 of us there. So we're there to guide these people through treatment, beginning of treatment, people who aren't even in treatment yet, to just show that there are people here that are using their own experiences to help them. You know, there's some people that have never gone through treatment before and are really scared. You know, so we're here to share our lived experience in order to, you know, provide them hope, kind of guide them through treatment, you know, guide them to get jobs, guide them to, you know, through the judicial system. Just social supports where no judgment at all. You know, we're on the same level playing field, not like a clinician and a client would be. You know, they have a lot more power in that sense. So the power differential's different. And yeah, we're just there as a voluntary program if people want to take advantage of it. And, you know, we got a wide variety of walks of life there. So we get to, you know, help a lot of different people.
How did you become a peer advocate?
So I had no idea really anything about peer advocacy in general. So it was probably around 2017. My mother took actually the certification class at Helio Health, and she strongly pushed me to do it. She saw the value in it and thought I could bring value to other people there. You know, I had no idea really. I didn't think I could bring any value. You know, I'm only 9 months sober at the time doing the certification class, and this is probably one of the only things my mother like really forced me to do. And thankfully I did, you know, so it was interesting.
You will be sober 7 years in August.
Yes.
Can we talk a little bit about your drug of choice and a little bit about your experiences? Because like you said, you bring these experiences to those who want to travel the same road that you're on right now, sobriety.
Yeah, so, you know, it started early with painkillers. I had a lot of different medical issues growing up, so you know, that's where I got the first kind of feeling, and you know, it progressed quickly from there. Started doing all the other drugs and substances, ecstasy, Molly, LSD, mushrooms, literally every drug in the book, and it led me back to strong opioid painkillers, OxyContin 80 milligrams, and Opana 40 milligrams, which were like the strongest pills at the time. And when they changed the formulation of these pills to make them abuse proof as they wanted to, that inadvertently triggered a lot of people to go out to use heroin because it was a cheaper option and a lot more readily available. So heroin was mainly my drug of choice at that point, and you know, I struggled with that for years.
You said something when we first chatted, so I met with Dave to have conversation before we got you here. You said, I can never say I'm over this, I'm not. Tell us how, even though you're almost 7 years sober, that this disease can turn on a dime.
Oh, easily. So every day I have to be vigilant with my recovery. Really, it's like there's something inside me or a piece of me that's trying to self-sabotage myself in my recovery every day. It's easy, you hear it a lot, especially I go in the rooms of AA and 20, 25 years, they go back out, 10, 15, you know, I can't ever say it. Like, I wish I could be cured, I really do. It'd be great, but you know, a lot of things come in life that can overwhelm very easily, and I can't look too far ahead, and because of that reason, I just can't.
One day at a time.
Yeah, pretty much, right? Like they say, the mantra, and it's true. Like I really can't. I can't say it because there's a possibility I will, right? Possibility I won't. Obviously, I don't want to use, right? But I can't let myself think that I got it. Once I think that, then that's a dangerous point for me. It really is.
So Farnam offers various services to help folks should they want to make that shift. There's outpatient services. Can you talk to us about what those are so we're aware?
Yeah, so we have OTP, which is opioid treatment program, and then our outpatient services, which do provide medication-assisted treatment on an outpatient basis, Suboxone and those other Vivitrol, other that. But we also provide, our groups, CBT therapy, just the evidence-based programs, motivational interviewing, dialectical behavioral therapy, I believe. And so these people can come in to groups if they wish. Sometimes groups can be overwhelming, and the anxiety of it all can be intense. So this is up to them. This is their treatment. We offer all these different services, and we want them to pick and choose from these things. So if they wanted to just do one-on-ones with their counselor and then see us, someone like us, we can go out to the community and see them. There's sometimes where we even make the connection, and we've seen them longer, and they connect more with us than they do them. It's all about trying to work together just so we can give them the best shot. But we do provide a lot of these different things, prevention, programs, which they're in the schools in Oswego County, that helps the younger kids who are struggling with a parent that's using. All of these programs are pretty much free for that. So people just got to come in, and they'll be able to get set up with what they feel is going to work best for them.
With the last few minutes that we have, can you talk to me a little bit about who uses these services? And just to reiterate, do they have to be in recovery to use them?
So a person's in recovery when they say they're in recovery. So we do provide engagement services out in the community, just going around to local spots, talking to people, the homeless, we'll go and talk with them to just say, hey, we're here, just to let them be seen, because they're people, they're struggling, and they're people too, they need help. So they don't necessarily have to be in recovery, because there's a lot of, mandated things in this field.
Right.
So, with the criminal justice system in general, can be a real struggle for these clients. And it's just...
It's hard. It's hard sometimes to make the first step.
Yeah, and really, it is tough. It's tough, but we want to, continue to build this rapport so we can, hey, if you're interested, we can kind of get set up right now. If you wanted to, I can reach out to a clinician to see if you want to talk with them. If not, we can still see you. We can still see these people out in the community, in their houses, wherever they feel comfortable.
You have to meet them
most.
where they are.
Yeah. So if they're not ready, then I'll still meet with you, and we can chat. I
Excellent.
understand what you're dealing with, and I'm not going to judge you for using. I have clients that still use, and that's okay, right? We just want to keep them alive until they feel they're ready to go on with their journey.
I have one more question for you. What kind of additional services would you like to see at Farnam?
Oh man. So I would really like more of a recovery, more recovery centers and services. So clients have a safe place to go. Clients can come and chill around and do wellness recovery action plans, which is like a crisis plan, relapse prevention plans. If they just want to come and chill, you can have AA meetings there, clothing closets. There's so much we could do with the recovery center. It's being talked about and working out, so hopefully soon. And another thing is at least a detox or a stabilization center for these clients, because we pretty much have to refer them down to Helio Health if they need any inpatient services or detoxes. And that's the tough thing, because the transportation is a very difficult thing up in the community right now. And, you know, Helio does have vehicles that come up, but sometimes it's not quick enough, or they can only come up maybe tomorrow, and tomorrow's could be too late. It really could. You know, like we want to get them somewhere now, and they, you know, so they can have the best chance. Because if you're ready now, I've seen it so many times where it can change in 5-10 minutes, where it's just like, I'm done, I'm going. And I understand their frustration, because there's a lot of red tape, a lot.
I appreciate this so much, your honesty, your transparency, and your willingness to share not just your story, but what Farnham can do for folks. So thank you so much for joining us. Truly, truly appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate it.